Hi everyone, it's Amanda Mattice, your Heckman librarian still at home. So 2020 has not been a quiet year so far, right? And if you're feeling overwhelmed by news of killer viruses, crazy riots, murder hornets, you're not alone. Every day we're constantly bombarded by online news, but not all of it is trustworthy. And these days it's easier than ever to be misled by misquoted statements, provocative language, photoshopped images, you name it. So how do you separate fact from fiction? Well, the first step is just to be aware that first appearances can be deceiving. It always pays to do a little research before you like, comment, or share stuff. And it can be really hard to spot these fakes, but don't worry, today I'm going to share a few resources that you can use to do a little fact checking. Let me show you. This first one is maybe one you've heard of, Snopes. This fact-checking site has been around since 1994, manned by an independent editorial group that aims to verify web news and images. On their homepage, you'll often see headlining topics like this under review. How about this one? Click more to look at it in detail. Scrolling down, you'll see the claim that is being made, the rating, or what Snopes has identified as true or misinformation, and maybe some explanation about where that claim came from. You can search for other claims on their homepage at the top here, and even submit your own claims to get them fact-checked. Besides Snopes, there are a few other fact-checking sites you may want to make use of, like this first one called PolitiFact, which comes out of the Poynter Institute, the nonprofit journalism school, and focuses on providing nonpartisan fact-checking of political news. As you can see, they cover current claims online with their Truthometer and through their menu at the top here. This way, you can search for their coverage of issues as well as important political people. Another cool site is All Sides News. They also cover mainly current political news, but what makes them unique is they rate claims and sources for their left-wing and right-wing biases. So, for example, we can see here that in covering the controversy around the Trump church visit and the subsequent news releases on that, All Sides News has identified which sources have more of a central political standpoint and which may be leaning more liberal or more conservative in their reporting. Any of these sites can be a great help to you in evaluating web news that you come across every day. Now, all of these suggestions and more come from web literacy educator Mike Caulfield's work, which you can check out here on his site for web literacy press books. So I hope these tools are useful for you. And remember, one last resource you can always use for navigating the information world, librarians. We're information experts, so we're always ready to help you try and find good sources. If you ever have any questions or projects that need some information help, don't be afraid to ask us.